Welcome, dear viewers, to my Focus YouTube channel. I'm focusing on chunking as a memory technique in this video. Do you know that human brain is brilliant at pattern finding? Let us see this to our advantage and turn bland strings of digits into something meaningful. This is possible by looking for the links and associations. Learn better by chunking. Now, how to incorporate chunking into our studies? On its own, chunking isn't really a standalone study technique. In other words, you can't go home tonight and get an hour's quality chunking done. See it more as a meaningful addition to your toolkit of how to learn strategies and deploy it whenever you see opportunities to simplify complex information and to make concepts easier to remember. Let us get started. I will help you to answer these questions in this video. The first one, what is chunking? The second one, why chunking? And the last one, how to chunk. Stay connected. What is chunking? Chunking refers to an approach for making more efficient use of short-term memory by grouping information. Chunking breaks up long strings of information into units or chunks. The resulting chunks are easier to commit to memory than a long uninterrupted string of information. It could be chunking text or numbers. Chunking is one way to remember relatively bigger numbers or lengthy information and make remembering easier. This is particularly useful when we want to remember something for a short period of time. Chunking of information can lead to an increase in the short-term memory capacity. Here is a memory test for you. Look at these sequence of numbers. Now, close your eyes and repeat them aloud. How many did you remember now? Did you get all of them right? If you're like most people, you mostly are not able to remember those 10 random numbers. Only looking at them for a second or two, remembering 10 digits is impossible. However, actually most of us do it all the time. Then, how can our brain make a transition from a string of number to 10 random digit numbers that we can repeat it? Sometimes, without even realizing it, we use the short-term memory strategies called as chunking. Taking long strings of information like numbers or letters or grouping or chunking them into smaller, more manageable bits of information. So, if you have to remember the 10 digit of numbers, you need to chunk them into 2 groups or 3 digit numbers. Let us see, how do we remember this? I have chunked these numbers into 3. The first chunk has 3 numbers. The second chunk has 3 numbers. And the third chunk has 4 numbers. Now, I'm sure that with this chunking, you will be able to remember all these 10 numbers. This method is much easier than remembering a long string. Let us see chunking of letters now again. Test your memory. Look at this sequence of alphabet and try chunking to remember it. Do the exercise again. Close your eyes and repeat them aloud. How many did you remember? Did you get them all right? Remember chunking. Try and recall these letters. Not easy. Let's try again. These are the same letters but with the order reversed and grouped to make meaningful 3-letter strings. You could take it a step further if you want and categorize into 3 groups by theme. Much easier to remember 3 categories than 18 letters. How is this? I have chunked this in this order: cat, ABC, IBM, XYZ, HEN, hen, and KFC. This is in the reverse order taken from the list of letters. Let us see how do we chunk this into three categories. I have put cat and hen together, IBM and KFC together, XYZ, ABC together to categorize into animals, companies, and alphabets. So, rather than 18 separate pieces of information, 18 letters that is, you have reduced it down just with three concepts, that is animals, companies, and alphabets. That's much easier to remember. Now, it is very easy to answer this question. Why chunking? According to me, chunking is one of the best strategy to learn information. It helps us present information in a way that makes it easy for us to understand and remember. Then, how do we chunk, dear students? Recall the test that you underwent just some times back. There are two things to be kept in mind for chunking. First one is find the chunks, and the second one is pace yourself and start slow. Now, how do you chunk? It's easy. Work with your teachers on different concepts to pick out different parts. Usually, they will know the common problems that most of us struggle with, or do a quick read through the piece of information and find out where you stop or get stuck. Circle those parts immediately. Then, don't expect to chunk and remember it immediately. But you can focus on learning a chunk one day and then mastering it the next day. Let us see another example, dear students. Here are the list of items which are unchunked, and they are bread, ice cream, milk, tomatoes, eggs, butter, apple, English muffins, frozen vegetables, bagel, which means bread product, lettuce is a vegetable, cream, and banana. Let us see how do we chunk them. I have chunked them into four categories. One as frozen foods, then dairy products, then bakery, and the last one as fruits and vegetables. When I chunk this way, I will be able to remember all of them. Here is the reflection from this video. Chunking helps facilitate faster learning and easier memorization in a wide range of situations. Here is the quote for you all, dear students. Hyperlink your brain using chunking. Remember better and always stay confident. Happy success! Hope you have learned the technique of chunking. Share your success or queries in the comment box. Like this video, click the bell button to subscribe. Thank you so much and all the best. My next video is on mnemonics as memory technique.